welcome here. Refugees are 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 welcome here.
Sign the petition.
Okay, we are currently broadcasting live outside the Reform UK headquarters, and there was a protest, one of the counter-protests against the Reform Party. They are currently just opposite, on the other side of the road. There are a lot of barriers set up to make sure that they don't get too close to the building. But welcome onto the channel. Hope everyone's doing well. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover everything in central London. Apologies, we had a bit of a technical difficulty, but I'm pretty sure everything is running smoothly now. So we are now back again live. I'm going to try to speak to a few of the people here to see what they think. Hi sir, how are you? Would you mind telling my viewers about this protest and the main names of it today?
Well, it's organised by the Anti-Racism Coalition. So we just came along just to show our support, really. Show that lots of people are against these the fascist things that are happening across the country.
How would you want to see the Labour government responding to all of this going on at the moment?
I think they're doing pretty well, actually. They've acted fast. They're sending people to prison. They're getting the cases turned over in the courts. So yeah, they're doing pretty good. Yeah, not so bad.
Thank you very much for your time on camera. That's very much appreciated.
It's straight to the point. No Farage, no to this, no to that.
Hi sir. Would you like to say a few words to the camera about today's protest?
I've got space to say, yeah, it's great to see so many people coming out from different backgrounds, but as you can see, there are a lot less coloured people here and a lot less Muslims here. And that's because of the fear of what the far right might do. I mean, they tried to burn people alive in that hotel. And that's real. That was caught on camera. So that shows you how dangerous they are, that they're willing to murder people. And as a coloured person, especially as a Muslim, you have to, that's something new that we have to face. Let's hope it settles down, but it could easily flare up again and get worse, especially with many MPs who've got big foul racist mouths, like obviously Farage, Sulla Braverman, Robert Jenrick, Lee Anderson, and with Farage getting seats in Parliament, that's very dangerous for the the peace in the country, and he's going to incite it very cleverly because he's very good at doing that. He's clever, and he's far right, but he'll say he isn't. He'll say he's the opposite, but everyone knows he is the far right.
Are you happy with Keir Starmer's response so far?
Well, it's a lot of double standards, isn't there? I mean, so far, is it any good? I mean, I think the police were caught a bit off guard as to what to do, but now that they've found out what's going on, they're more on ball because they know how dangerous the far right are, especially with attacking random people, not just coloured people and Muslims, but also just anybody. So just they were stopping cars saying, "Are you English? Are you white?" They said no, they'd attack them. So it's not just coloured people that they're against, it's anybody who's not with them, which is a bad sign. But let's hope it settles down. And I'm very grateful to everybody in the country has come together to show their support against the far right, against racism.
Thank you very much for your time on camera today. My name's Louis Erickson. Really good to see you. Thank you very much.
How was it, by the way?
Sorry? Very good on camera. 10 out of 10. Thank you.
Nazi scum off our street. After me.
Cutting through the jungle with
Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! This one's a bit more hardcore, but the Nazis hate it. No borders, no nations, stop deportations! No borders, no nations!
Stop deportation!
No borders, no nations!
Stop deportation!
No borders, no nations!
Stop deportation!
When refugees are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When Muslims are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Tommy Robinson, we know you, you're a Nazi. You're a Jew. Tommy Robinson, we know you.
Okay, if I can stand there quickly. Thank you. Just get a good view of the crowd.
Refugees are welcome here. Nigel Farage is not to leave about the Nazis.
Refugees are welcome here! Refugees are welcome here! Refugees are welcome here! Refugees are welcome here!
One for another struggle, so we're uniting the struggles. One, we are the people. Two, we won't be silent. Three, smash the fascists now, 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 now. One,
We are the people! We won't be silent!
three,
Smash the fascists now!
now, now, now. One,
We are the people! We won't be silent! Smash the fascists now! 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 We are the people! We won't be silent! Smash the fascists now! 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 We are the people! We won't be silent! Smash the fascists now! 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 Now!
and there's one for the 1970s, when we had to do this last time. We are black, we are white, together we are dynamite. We are black, we are white. We are black, we are white.
Together we are dynamite!
We are black, we are white.
Together we are dynamite!
We are black, we are white.
Together we are dynamite! Together we are dynamite!
We are black, we are white.
Together we are dynamite!
As we do something to the racists and the fascists, Anti-fascist movement. Nazis gone! Nazis gone! Nazis gone! Nazis gone! Nazis gone!
Would you mind telling my viewers why you're protesting today?
We're protesting against racists and also the fascists that are trying to stir up hatred against Muslims and other minorities. This is Nigel Farage's Reform UK headquarters here, and Farage has been trying to stir things up, pretending he's got nothing to do with these riots, and pretending he's just asking questions, when in reality he is trying to stir up racists against the minorities. And we've got a massive demonstration here to try and stop him from doing that. And send a clear message right across the country that anybody who feels attacked by these racists and Nazis, that they're not alone, that there are many, many, many people, many more people than them here to support them.
Are you happy with Keir Starmer's response so far?
No, I think Keir Starmer's response has been absolutely pathetic. He hasn't called out the racism of very much. He sort of toned it down, and he hasn't called out the racism of the mainstream media, for example, and also other mainstream politicians, and also members of his own party, for that matter, who have indulged in all sorts of racist innuendos against minorities.
Thank you very much for your time on camera today. My name is Louis Errington. Very good to meet you. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm just going to stand there just to get a good view of the crowd. Thank you very much.
Tommy Robinson, we have a message for you too. You find yourself in Cyprus. With all that money you've collected, you charlatan, you horrible little racist Nazi man. Tommy Robinson, we know you! Tommy Robinson, we know you! You're a Nazi through and through! Tommy Robinson, we know you! You're a Nazi through and through! Down here at the front, so people can keep moving around. That'll be really useful. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't be silent. 3, stop the fascists now, 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 now.
We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the fascists now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the fascists now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the fascists now, 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 now.
can try and get back into the square area. That would be helpful. Okay, the Nazis are about spreading fear, supported by the likes of Elon Musk. We've got to do something about Elon Musk, the billionaire anti-Semite, who's control of large sections of social media, and in favour of some good old-fashioned industrial sabotage from the 1930s that the auto workers of the United States did to Henry Ford, another anti-Semite. Unfortunately, in the 30s, Henry Ford just had a racist, anti-Semitic newspaper that nobody read. Unfortunately, Elon Musk has a social media platform of millions. So we've got to sort that out. Anyway, when they use those platforms to attack minorities, who says stand up, fight back? When Muslims are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Muslims are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? When refugees are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Nazis gone! Nazis who is a national organizer for stand up to racism.
communities who attempt to burn down hotels with refugees inside and attack mosques. I was in Liverpool defending the mosque that my grandfather spent his life attempting to build. It was the first mosque in Britain, and the far right tried to attack it. But the community came out and said no, and the far right got nowhere near the door. There are lots of people out here today, but there are even more up and down the country. I've been part of organising protests all around Britain to stop the far right. So today, there are thousands out in Sheffield, in Liverpool, in Glasgow, in Edinburgh, in Southend, in we are drawing a line in the sand. There will be no more fascists on our streets. There will be no more far right terrorising Muslims, migrants and black people in Britain. And we're here outside Reform to say that Nigel Farage, well, first of all, he does not belong in Parliament. The Parliament, the racism that's coming from Parliament is breeding the racism on our streets, and we have something to answer for. When he talks about stopping the vote, when he talks about mass uncontrolled immigration, when he talks about two-tip policing, this is the language of the far right. This is the language of those thugs on our streets and Nazis like Tommy Robinson. Anti-fascism and anti-racism in this country, and then we're going to march because there's too many of us in these gardens, so we've got to move as well. And we want to take over London to say that anti-racists are the majority and the far right's not welcome on our streets. So I'm really proud to bring up our first speaker. Our first speaker is Veronica Smith. Now people might have seen a story in The Guardian about some far right, bottom of the level thugs who went to attack an anti-racist house after thousands showed up on the streets of Walthamstow against the far right. So Aretha is an activist for anti-racism. She's also from Amnesty International, and she was attempted to be attacked the other evening at her house. So shame on the far right, and welcome Eureka.
Happy since Wednesday, seeing thousands and thousands of people coming out all over the country against the racists and against the fascists. Now, there's no room for complacency. We are not just up against drunken lot of football hooligans. We are having a serious enemy in front of us. It shows a little bit how they are. With Elon Musk personally and Farage personally amplifying the hate campaign against me and another anti-fascist activist, knowing full well that they are setting the bloodhounds on us. But we are not going to be intimidated. I grew up in Germany. With a very, very strong sense of history. And never again means never again. And we need to learn the lessons from this history. The Nazis were able to come to power because the resistance was not united, and too many people thought this will blow over. We have seen by what the far right is doing here over last weekend and what they are doing now, that we have got to make sure to stop them before they grow any bigger. So we have got our work cut out, but we will not be defeated. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Eureka. Okay, so I want to hand over to our next speaker, who you might see standing here next to me. Raymond Bennett, I'm sure it's someone who needs no introduction if you've ever been on an anti-racist protest in Britain, or you turn on the news every once in a while. Raymond Bennett is the co-convener of Stand Up to Racism. It's time to organise this brilliant protest today and all the rest we've seen around Britain, so over to you.
I want to thank every single person who's come out in a demonstration all the way from Scotland to Lands of Roads. Because people say, Why aren't the fascists here? I mean, they keep emailing me saying, we'll meet you in Victoria. They seem to be here. They seem to be missing. I tell you why they're missing is because they're bullies and there's lots of us. And they only thrive when there's not lots of us. And we're going to stand together and make sure that we're not divided. But I want to talk about something, which is every time I go on the media, they keep asking me about violence. What do you think about violence? And I want to be clear about violence. I think there's a difference between the violence of the oppressed and the violence of the oppressor. And I want to be clear about this. Be peaceful, be courteous. Don't put your hand on anybody. But if they put their hand on you, you've got a right to defend yourself. Self-defense is no offense. And I keep seeing these racists coming on TV pointing out, we're defending the mosque, we're just the same as them. No, we're not. When women fought for suffragettes, they were defending the rights of all of us. The people trying to take away their rights, they're the violent ones. When LGBT people marched for justice, they're marching for all of us, and they were fighting for all of us. Nelson Mandela is not the same as the people who gave us apartheid. And I come from a country called Jamaica, and my family are people called Maroons. And my family kicked their masters out of their houses and burned their houses down, threw away the chains and demanded their freedom. Do not compare a slave fighting for freedom to be the same as someone who puts you in chains. Those are different things, and they should be treated differently. So that's why when people ask me, I've got a friend called Ricky Jones, and they say, is he still your friend? He's still my friend. He was my friend when the EDL marched, he was my friend when the BNP marched, and he's going to stay my friend, and he should be freed. Now, I also want to say something else about violence. Have you noticed Eureka came up there? They threatened 2 women. That's what the EDL, that's what people like Tony Robinson did. Do you know what his first crime was? It was for beating up his wife and beating up a woman police officer. Do you see the trend? Do you see where they stand for and what they stand on? Do you notice that the second greatest attacks are on women who are wearing hijabs? Do you see the trend? Do you see the tactics? But what I'm proud to say is that women have always been the backbone of the anti-racist, anti-fascist movement. It was Rosa Parks. It was Rosa Parks that refused to sit down. It was Doreen Lawrence that said, if you murder my son, I will speak out. It was Shukdan Real that said that it was wrong that took place. It was Maz Saloon that when they murdered their father in Birmingham, the Nazis did, she demanded justice for her father. And so I want to thank the sisters for coming out and saying they will not be cowed because we are not scared. And the final thing I want to say is that we keep being told that the racism that's taken place is foreign. It comes from outside. I'm telling you now that Tommy 10 Names, Stephen Loxley, comes from Britain. That Mosley, who led the black shirts, comes from Britain. That racism is based in Britain. And when we're told that it's a foreign entity, that people like Nigel Farage is a racist and he's from Britain. It is true that they're getting help from people like Trump. It is true that the funding for Tony Robinson comes from the far-right Nazis, and we should be clear about it. There is a conspiracy, but it's by the far-right Nazis, and they should be exposed and they should be stopped. And the final thing I want to say is, where is terrorism? If it's not terrorism that we're seeing now, then what is it then? When you start burning down libraries and citizens' advice bureaus, you're a terrorist. When you try and burn down a mosque, you're a terrorist. And those people are the people that deserve to be locked up. And the language that they put forward is division and doing that. And it's really... But I am going to say this as well. People said, what stopped the fascists? What stopped them in their tracks? Now, I understand that there's police here and that made the difference, they're there. But I tell you what made the difference. Millions of people standing in their way. If you want to stop the fascists, you have to use millions of people to stand in their way, to make a bully feel like he's tiny. So let's build a movement of millions of people that stand in their way. And let's never forget this. Nazis can't dance. Nazis got no poetry. Nazis are shit. They got no ideas. They got no future. One future.
Nazi scum! Off our streets! 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 Scum! We are the people too!
We won't be silent.
Please! Stop the fascists now! 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 Now!
We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the fascists now, 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 now.
So carrying on with the things that Roman spoke about the role of strong and brilliant women in the anti-fascist movement, I want to hand over to another one of those strong women, Jordan McBride from the National Executive of UNBIASED, one of the biggest trade unions in Britain and a long-time friend of Stand Up to Racism. My name's Jordan McBride. I'm the branch secretary at Homerton Hospital Unison branch. And I'm a member of Unison's NEC. I'm an NHS occupational therapist. I'm also an NHS worker. It felt so bad seeing the events of last week on TV. I'm so proud of my colleagues from abroad, of my hospital where colleagues work from all around the world. We know that the NHS and social care could never function without our colleagues from overseas. We're so grateful to them for coming and working in the UK. So it's upsetting, really upsetting to hear of the impact on NHS workers. The fear that people felt hearing that Walthamstow would be a target on Wednesday. My team all went home from work early because they were frightened of getting attacked by racists on the way home. Many of them live in Walthamstow, it's our neighbouring borough. And racism is not new to NHS and social care staff. Sadly, they have to face quite a lot of it. But seeing a hotel set on fire with refugees inside is on another level, and it could have ended in tragedy. And it's no wonder that people were really frightened at work. How dare racists make NHS workers feel like this? How dare they? It's disgusting. And many at work were too scared to come out on Wednesday, which I really understand. And it made me even more determined to go, thinking that my colleagues had been made to feel scared. I felt scared myself. But being there on Wednesday in Walthamstow with that nervous energy, people were scared. They hadn't known what was going to happen, but they felt it was important to come out. They were so brave, and it was absolutely the right thing to do. And in the end, I saw so many people there from my hospital. So Wednesday was a huge triumph and completely changed how people were feeling. What a relief. We realised we can drive back the far right and the Nazis, and we don't need to stay at home, and we don't need to be frightened. But we can't win everything we need in one night. We must not be complacent. It's not all over now because the far right were too frightened to come out on Wednesday. We need to make sure this can never happen again.
We need a mass movement now that ensures this cannot happen again. This country belongs to all of us. We must make sure that racists do not dare try attacks like last week again. So trade unions play a big part in that. And I'm really pleased that unions have spoken up and called people to come and take part in action. They have the power to mobilize so many. We can bring people together rather than let them be divided. These horrific racist attacks were encouraged by politicians and the media using racist rhetoric over the last 10 years to achieve their political aims. Is it surprising that outside the burning hotel in Rotherham, some were holding signs saying "Stop the boats"? No, it's not surprising at all. It's Nigel Farage to blame. What an awful person he is. The videos he made talking of asylum seekers committing violent crimes and identifying hotels, the refugees are staying in. They put people in danger, and it's a disgrace that he's in Parliament. He should resign immediately. It's Rishi Sunak, but it's also Keir Starmer. He really needs to think about what he's been saying to win power in this country. They've all been engaging in the same language. They're blaming immigrants for the cost of living crisis. Migrants are not to blame for the issues that this country is facing. Big businesses in this country are getting richer and richer, and the good fortune is not reaching across society. And they're trying to make us blame refugees for that, but we won't do it. So we know it was not the threat of a jail sentence that stopped the far right from marauding through our towns and cities. It was us. It was us that did it. And it was us turning up in our thousands all around the country saying we would not let it happen. We want more of that. Every interview I've seen with a person saying they value our multicultural society and hate the racism that they've been seeing, I love to see that. We must all speak up and stand up against racism and the far right, and we must make sure the events of last week can never happen again in the UK. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan. Jordan said it very clearly. Migrants are the backbone of our society here in Britain. They are what has built the NHS, and it's people like Nigel Farage that want to destroy it. The problems in our society are not from migrants, refugees, or Muslims. They're from the likes of Nigel Farage, his stockbroker mate, the millionaires in Reform UK. They're the reach in our society, not our friends, our sisters and brothers who come here. The problems in on small boat, they arrive on private jets.
Do you want to say a few words to the camera about today and the protest? Okay. So, how far have you travelled, and are you happy with Keir Starmer's response so far?
I've come from Lewisham, so not too far, and no, not at all. I think that the language is far too passive, and the politicians need to be calling it what it is, and that is just plain fascism and racism. Setting fire to hotels with refugees in is absolutely abhorrent. It's terrorism, and the fact that they won't stand up and say that, but they'll say, equally damaging language about people that are much more peaceful, like Just Up Oil. It's crazy to me. I don't understand it.
What response would you like to see from the UK government moving forward?
I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them use correct language. I'd like them to say that this is fascism. I'd like them to take more action in being in basically trying to change the language and the approach of the media and stuff as well. The media needs to be held much more accountable for the way it's reporting on these things, and that's down to the government to enforce that.
Do you feel like the media is behind a lot of the violence going on, especially the mainstream media?
I think it definitely contributes massively, yes, as well. I think as well, social media companies that should be, I can't remember what the law is called, the online, I can't remember what it is, sorry, but social media companies as well as the media need to be held responsible for their part in it. And without mainstream media whipping people up, like some of the front pages of the Daily Express and the Daily Mail and stuff, is just it's unsurprising that people end up with this mindset because of, yeah, they're 100% that they should be accountable.
And just because I'm an impartial freelancer journalist, just an interesting question here. Do you think it's right that people should be arrested for posting something slightly out of line online and on social media?
I don't think that people should be arrested for posting something slightly out of line, but I think when people are calling for violence against specific groups of people, I think absolutely, like, there's no different from doing it online than doing it in the street. I think people are entitled to their opinion. Like, if people want to be critical about immigration, that's different to calling meetups to go and burn down hotels with refugees in. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for your time on camera today. My name is Louis Errington. Very good to meet you. I'm on YouTube doing a live broadcast to over 300 people, so yeah, feel free to check it out. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I don't have my business cards with me today, but I need to print them out.
He is dangerous. We know he's dangerous, right? He's an idiot, but he's a dangerous idiot. Because he pretends he's the respectable face of all of this. Thank you very much. Because it's nothing to do with him, is it? Oh, whoopsie. Well, there's some riots. Oh, nothing to do with me. I'm trying to run a book club here, says Nigel Farage. It's his words that put those people on the streets. It's his words that put those people blocking hotel exits and setting fire to skips outside. You did that, Nigel Farage. Own it. Be accountable for once in your posh, privileged life. And let's do a little chant Nigel can understand. Not whose streets, he won't know what that means. Whose avenues? Our avenues. Our avenues. All right, and our boulevards, Nigel. Have you got that, darling? Let's hope he has. Hope he doesn't come back here. But I also want to talk about little Tommy Robinson. Oh, little Tommy, no. Little Tommy is ever so upset, lads. He's ever, yeah, I know what his name is, thank you, Dom, yeah. He's very, very upset. He's very upset at the moment because it hasn't quite gone how he wanted. Oh, it's a shame. And he can't get a libel lawyer, apparently. Imagine being such a ratbag that you cannot be libelled. Impressive. There's nothing you can say about that guy that's actually defamatory, because it's all true. Very important to talk about history and the women of history. The first anti-fascist woman organiser was a factory girl called Ethel Holdsworth in 1922. That's what you're part of. That's one thing we're good at in Britain. The upper classes are good at colonising, we're good at anti-fascism. We've done it for 100 years and we're going to do it again, and we will always have to, because fascism, and I don't speak from experience, but it's a bit like herpes. Once you've got the infection in the body politic, it just coming back. And then, oh yes, it's true. And all you can do is treat every nasty outbreak. And that's what we're here to do today. My last comment, I'm also part of a group called Survivors Against Fascism. We're women, we're survivors of child sexual abuse. One of my friends is a survivor of grooming. Tommy Robinson does not speak for us. Muslims are the groomers, are they, Mr. Robinson? I've got a list of 75 absolute sex cases from amongst your ranks, including your friend Richard Bryce from the EDL, who you called a hero, including Robert Ewing from the EDL, who murdered Paige Chivers, the 15-year-old girl that he was grooming. Tommy Robinson doesn't talk about that. Surprising, isn't it? They are predators. They are not protectors. They do not speak for us. All Tommy Robinson's trying to do is monetize the pain of children. Disgusting and disgraceful. Thank you again, my loves. Let's give it another Who Streets? Our Streets! Who Streets? Our Streets! Thank you. Love you all. Who Streets? Our Streets! Who Streets? Our Streets! Who Streets? Our Streets! Who Streets?
London, helped to organise massive protests we've seen around in London. This is Shabir Lockup.
Thank you, comrades, sisters and brothers. As Raymond said, that the attacks that we've seen over the last 2 weeks on mosques, on refugee hotels, on Muslim women wearing hijab, those are not just disorder or pro-British protests as some of the media have tried to describe. They are Islamophobic pogroms. They are fascist terrorism. And they have been driven by the blatant Islamophobia and anti-refugee rhetoric of the likes of Nigel Farage and the entire political class. And they do it to justify their wars in the Middle East. They do it to scapegoat the refugees that have been created by those very wars. They do it to continue defending their support for the ongoing genocide in Gaza and their attacks on the Palestine movement and those of us who oppose their foreign policy. Wednesday showed us exactly how to stop the fascists. It is on the streets, outnumbering them and facing up to them. And it is no surprise that so many of those who were out on the streets on Wednesday are the same people who've been out on the streets for the last 9 months to oppose Israel's genocide. Because when you have a genocidal state that occupies, that ethnically cleanses, that inflicts apartheid, and inflicts massacre after massacre, like the one we saw today on a school in Gaza which has killed over 100 Palestinians, then that is the greatest example of racism we have. When Tommy Robinson organised his marches in June and July, he did it off the back of the words of Suella Braverman when she called us hate marches, when she called us terrorist sympathisers, when she said the police were treating us differently. And it's why the fascists identify with Israel as a racist state, as a defender of an imperialist world order that subjugates black and brown people. And it's why those of us coming out to oppose them identify with the Palestinian people, because we see them as the resistance to that oppression, to that fascism, to that racism. Our Palestine protests for 9 months have been the best example of working class unity and of anti-racism that we have seen in decades. So when we talk about building an anti-fascist movement that can outnumber the fascists on the streets, that can weaken, demoralize and discredit them, that can fucking smash the fascists, then the Palestine movement has to be central to it. And I'll end with this. We've had the likes of the Daily Mail and the Express congratulating us. We've had King Charles and the Labour Party congratulating us. We've had the police congratulating us. We don't need their thanks. We don't need their help. They are the ones that are driving the fascists. And the king who sits on his multi-million-pound throne while there are people languishing in poverty that creates the breeding ground for fascism. It's the Labour Party that says Bangladeshis need to be sent back that organises the fascists. And it's the police who have killed so many black and brown people in their custody, who kick in the heads of Muslim men in Manchester. We don't need their help. But we will not rely on the state. We will rely on ourselves. We will rely on our broad, mass, united, working class movement. Join the next national demonstration for Palestine on the 7th of September, and on every anti-racist and anti-fascist protest between now and then, you take your Palestine flag, you take your keffiyeh, and you let them know that this is one and the same cause. When we say free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Solidarity! Daily Mail for describing me as a rabble-rouser, and you're a wonderful rabble, and we've been rousing the rabble all over Britain to show to Europe and to show to the world that there is another face, another tradition in Britain, from Cable Street to the Anti-Nazi League to the smashing of the EBO. Another tradition called anti-fascism, called unity, and we will unite into one massive fist. They may have 30 or maybe as much as 50,000 street fighters of sorts, but they're cowards. We have tens of millions of anti-racists in this country. We haven't got started yet. We are only just beginning. And I was a member of school kids against the Nazis in the 1970s. And I know that in the 1970s, racism was still respectable. It was on TV. Some of you remember the shows where racism was out there in the mainstream. But now it's trying to get back into the mainstream. Racism, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, it's all coming back. And they do it with their fake victimhood. Their fake victimhood about two-tier policing. Don't make me laugh. I'm from Tottenham. Also, people from Jamaica as well in my family. And we're out in the streets of Tottenham in 2011 for social justice against the police murder of yet another black man. 2005, nothing said since 1969. So yeah, there is two-tier policing. There have been 700 arrests of Nazis and racists, I believe. There's something like 150 sent down. Okay. What about the 3,000? What about if I was arrested in the riots? Arrested for stealing nappies, for stealing bottles of water, things that people need, not for beating people up because you don't like the colour of their skin. They should be going down for 10 years, but instead they're getting 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. Whilst the people in 2011 were rounded up and went through 24-hour justice, that's right. They were picked up the street and back and in prison within 24 hours. That is what I call two-tier policing. The police have been softly, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not a law and order person, but I'd love to see these Nazis and racists in prison with some black kids. Let's see how they get on. So, they also told us I was told to speak about Finchley. Because they said they were coming to Finchley. They said they were coming to 34 immigration centres, abuse centres, support centres around the country. They didn't turn up. I don't know South London or riding over there. They didn't turn up the Nazis, but we turned out. And we turned out with 3,000 people.
Thank you so much.
And let me tell you,
Thank you. That's really kind of you. Thank you. I'm going to head that way. I hear. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so much. That's really kind.
They're marching for
Sorry. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
So I just want to go cover that over there. Thank you. There's a big crowd over there apparently. Yeah. I'm just going to investigate. Joining up.
Yeah, the same people that just come from another area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a split second I thought it was the council.
They were probably Brixton, because a lot of them said they would come and join them down here.
Just gonna, do you mind holding this really quickly? I just need to charge my phone. Thank you. Sorry. He's coming handy all the time. Yeah. Thank you so much. Are you working with an organisation? We're now currently down broadcasting live just outside the Reform UK headquarters, and this protest is against the Reform Party in London at the moment. We just saw a crowd walk up, I think from Brixton, to join up with this crowd. I'm not sure if there's anything else going on, but we're covering this for now. Welcome onto the channel. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an impartial, independent, freelance journalist, and I cover a broad variety of events in central London. So I hope you enjoy this live broadcast, and be sure to share with your friends and family, as we cover a lot of what the mainstream media is unable to or doesn't cover sometimes. So feel free to share this live stream out there on Twitter and various social media platforms. Yeah, there's a bit of a crowd behind me. They're currently doing speeches. I think they'll be marching soon, not entirely sure, but we are going to be covering this throughout the afternoon. So as we see in the distance ahead of me, basically the police have set up barriers just outside the Reform Party headquarters just to make sure that the protesters don't get too near. So they're all on this side of the road, and then the Reform UK headquarter is just behind me over there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Judgmental, welcome onto the live stream. So the TSG are actually out and about in London today.
There's no like, it's solid, isn't it? There's no like here or nothing. It's hard work. I had a couple of pairs.
But these ones are made of solid concrete. These are solid concrete, perfectly working, perfectly using council flats.
Yeah, we keep.
Because they want more money, profit, tearing them out, profit, nothing else.
I'm using Prism.
Prism Live.
Okay, see the thing is, I just use this as a second app that uses inbuilt camera stabilization. Right. So it comes out around 1080p. It's very close. I have my logo there, so I got my hand version. Yeah, but I tend to keep the logo stacked. Yeah, so I tend to recommence after the video. It's been a long time ago.
Lawrence, thanks. Save my life. Thank you, Lawrence.
No, so save this to re-upload. So it also saves, so even if it's off, I can save the recording and save the recording in a sense. So this is what happens on live. Basically.
Yeah,
This could be the front as well.
Was this like big sexual? Oh yeah.
How you doing? How you doing, mate? Right. Very good to see you. We're now currently broadcasting live down in central London outside the Reform UK headquarters, and I believe they are starting to march now fairly soon, so I'm not sure where, but it could be in the direction of Whitehall, but there are a lot of TSG here. I'll just split my camera.
Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum!
Uniform 331, uniform 331,
Zoom in. So for some reason the two TSG were running, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they're trying to further ahead. Did you see that? Oh, they weren't running for anything else.
They were in their van,
Oh, left without them. That's why they were running.
They're trying to catch up with their van.
So they're trying to catch up apparently with their van, and it left them behind. So not much is going on, they're just trying to catch up with their van. And yeah, we're right at the front. They're currently marching towards Whitehall, opposite Downing Street. Welcome onto the channel. My name's Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover a broad variety of events in central London. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this impartial live coverage.
Now!
racist. No justice. No justice. No justice. No racist. No racist. No justice. No justice. Say it loud, say Refugees are welcome here.
Redirected. It's weird, they didn't walk straight through, they sort of We're currently broadcasting live down in Whitehall. So basically the protesters tried walking past Downing Street, but the TSG redirected them to go in a loop, and then now they're walking around, as we see. So currently there is a massive gap right in the middle, so they're not allowed to walk directly past Downing Street. They've also shut down Horse Guards Parade because the protesters marching just right past. So the horses, I think, have gone in temporarily.
What do we
Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
Which consider him for a job. Very good, thank you. Independent freelance. I'm freelancer. So the protesters have ended up in Trafalgar Square and they marched from the Reform UK headquarters. So they're probably going to do speeches now. Welcome onto the channel. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Louis Errington. There are thousands of people here protesting against all the stuff going on lately. I did a few interviews as well, so be sure to share this live stream with your friends and family and stay tuned for more content like this in the future. But they've currently ended up in Trafalgar Square and they marched all the way from Victoria near the Reform UK headquarters just opposite, and they have ended up in Trafalgar Square right now. Do you want to sit down? There's a lot of walking. How many people do you think? I need water so bad as well. So numbers are currently estimated between 5 to 10,000. Go consume.
pretty quick.
Prism Live takes like probably maximum 5 minutes.
Oh my god,
Literally trash.
I heard about they've got about 10,000. There's more people on there.
Really? See more people on the other side. Seriously? Well, my back is red. Yeah, let's definitely get some food. Remember what happened last time? Do you know what happened with the other protest? Do you know what happened with the other protest? That went to BBC?
They went to BBC.
Oh, and then they ended that. I got an interview. No, it's I think it's some sort of epic protest. I mean, I came later.
I see the one.
It's really
And elsewhere in Europe, we have a similar picture emerging. In Austria, the so-called Freedom Party, led by XSS.
the longest walk backwards we've done. No, I'd say my longest walk backwards was probably from the Royal Court of Justice with that Israel protest. That was the longest walk I've done backwards. My dad was literally
But these days we get 15 or 20% of the vote. And now we thought we might be immune in Britain. But then it came along with the Southwest
You'll see it with the black square triangle. Black background with the white triangle and the triangle inside the triangle.
It looks really good. I can do a multi-stream as well.
4 million votes in Britain.
You should be able to just connect it the regions triangle.
That is a massive threat
See it?
to democracy.
That's the one. Just install it.
What that threat would look like.
Get all your every time you guys go live, always do it through that. Don't do it through YouTube. Everyone says to me when I started using it every year, do you know PSG ones?
Missed it. Never mind.
And that's what we saw all across Britain. And that's why we will not let Nigel Farage off the hook. Nigel Farage!
Nelson's close.
Nigel Farage! Nigel Farage has to pay for his sins. The media man like we held in the races and the fascists back in the 1970s. Everybody remember a man called John Siscoe, the leader of the National Front, and his deputy, Martin Webster. And at that time, we did some research and found the photographs of him dressed up in a Nazi suit and doing his Sieg Heilig. Well, Nigel Farage, we're told, through the Guardian article,
Just
he was pretty much like that
actually
when he was at school.
he helped me out massively.
At Dulwich College, a public
Actually
school.
got a good view. Big lot of good Oh, I saw one of the guys. You know one of the guys from the Speaker's Corner? That's what the Speaker's Corner. Our friend Apparently there was quite some rally plans today. I think it was called off because yes, they used to run the games. But that we wouldn't be able to really record that. But this is real time now. Last 60 minutes.
But instead of people coming after him for a decent pay rise, he wants them to blame it instead on the migrants crossing the border and Mexico.
Oh, is that the main channel? They put a source cast today. I think they shot it. Yeah, they were done anyways. Yeah.
With Massive in 36 in Cable Street in the east end of London.
You know GB News right?
We smashed them in the 1970s, 77 to 79. With the anti-Nazi League and Rock Against Racism. And we've had our battles since then against the British National Party, the English Defence League, the back of which was broken 12 years ago. Guess where? From Forest. That's why. There were 2,000 people on the street of Walthamstow because people remember what we did to the fascists last time. And that petition is still alive. And so it is the same with the petition of Cable Street, the anti-Nazi League and all the anti-fascist struggle. And so to finish, there's a big conference happening, I think, on the 17th of this month, next week in fact. People should go and get a ticket for get along to stand-up-to-racism.org.uk. All the details there, get onto the Twitter, all the other social media, spread it around. But most importantly, wherever you are, get involved, because it's organisations that count. A few days ago, the atmosphere was very, very different. Some people, well, lots of people, were very, very scared. Including people in our organisation here. Worried about going onto the street, showing up to this demonstration. Will I get a half brick in my head? Would I get kicked in the face by a Nazi? And this is not make-believe stuff. We saw it in real time. People were very, very scared. People in the box saying, no, maybe we shouldn't come out and protest. We might provoke them. We haven't got any maybe we should stay at home. But by organising, we're learning the lessons of the past. We're standing up and saying no, even if there's only 400 or 500 of us in one room, we're going to stand firm and try and defend the refugees. We're going to stand up. We're going to stand up to racism. And that example was followed all over the country. And so where we were in the big numbers, we stopped the top loss. Where we weren't in the big numbers, like Middlesbrough, like Cadworth, like Hull, where I went to uni, the crying shame, but we turned it around this week. But then we were outnumbered. And where we were outnumbered, they went on racist rampages. But by the way, BBC,
Yeah, I think so.
these were people
just going to check
I wasn't there in 1938. The Kristallnacht, the night of love in Germany. And I read a book by a man called Dan Stone recently on the Holocaust. The Holocaust has finished history on the work on that to show the extent of the collaboration of the European elite with Nazi Germany. They could not have killed 6 million if they hadn't been for the support of the European elite. The same elite that claimed they love Jewish people, they're the ones that created the Holocaust. So don't listen to their lies. And let's also remember that the Holocaust started bit by bit. They increased the radicalism of
not a huge amount, I just tend to use it for clear stuff. As many can happen.
Bit by bit they ratcheted it up. And that's what people like Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson are trying to do. To make it normalised.
I mean, it doesn't really, I just tend to look at X just because to view what's happening, to see what's going on.
This is a lie.
So if there's any, I'll just check out.
In Britain are anti-racist.
Yeah, it's just this one.
We're going to have to organise massive carnivals. Bigger than the 80,000 we have in Victoria Park. Bigger than the 100,000 we have in Brookwell Park. When the Clash and Jam 69 join forces with reggae artists, came together, black and white. We're going to see that again, but a much bigger number. Let's do it with you. So thanks everybody for coming out today. Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Say with the slave Trafalgar Square, we're anti-racist, anti-fascist labour!
No, it's alright. Yeah, that's when we go through all the things.
I might just leave it and then
This new
there.
Did you see that?
You see the TSG over there in the corner? They're stopping them from going towards the mall.
Yeah. Okay, good. Just gonna... preventing them from going towards Alex. Should we walk down that way? Down the steps.
They never used to dress like this until they got accused of two-tier policing. They were always dressed in ordinary police clothing. This is right here. This is what reserved for the family. Because he looked like a serial killer from Silence of the Lambs. When you see my footage, go look at the movie Silence of the Lambs, watch his footage back. That geezer looked like that serial killer from Silence of the Lambs. I swear to God, he's a geezer.
Seriously? Can we go to the other side? Let's get a shot on the other side. There's not much happening here. Should we see what's happening over there? Wait, what's the movie called?
Silence of the Lambs. That copper looked like they're looking for this guy who's serial killing women, right? But he's trying to make a female suit out of their skin.
Yeah.
Right, because he wants to transition into a woman. So he starts murdering the woman and he's peeling their skin off. But he's a seamstress, so he's basically turning it into leather and sewing their bodies together. That guy looks exactly like that guy from Silence of the Lambs. You know what he done? He ran up and he tried to be all cocky and get in my camera. And I said, you know you.
What did he say?
He said, I was going, oh, hello, do I know you? I said, no. I said, why are you talking to me? Oh, do you know what? You got that guy from Silence of the Lambs. And he fucking did.
What did he say?
He went, because that's what he does in the movie.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He did that too?
Yes.
Well, on purpose?
Yeah.
They're preventing people from going to...
Guys, did anyone see that copper? Did he look like the guy from the Silence of the Lambs? Can someone please tell me you saw his face? Yeah, Buffalo Bill, that was it. Oh my God, I swear that that looks so much like that guy.
He could be an actor. Imagine if he's an actor.
Mastership, did you see him? I cannot know how much he looked like
He could be an
that tranny
actor.
murderer in Silence of the Silence of the Lambs, the one that was trying to put all the
Could be an
soldiers in
actor.
skin together to make a woman's body out of it. Creepy. Like, so, we're here in case anybody tries to go down the mall towards Buckingham Palace. Yeah, marching. Oh my God.
We're now currently down just near the mall, so basically the TSG are standing behind me to prevent anyone walking down towards Buckingham Palace. So all the protesters are currently in Trafalgar Square at the moment. As we see, we're just doing a quick walk around to see if there's anything else going on, but we will wander up back towards Trafalgar Square to cover the rest of the protest. Thank you for tuning in to this live broadcast. My name is Louis Errington, and I hope you enjoy this unbiased live report from central London. So I'm not sure how long the protest is going on for, but there might be conditions imposed later. Who knows, but we'll find out and see how things go over the course of the afternoon, late afternoon and early evening. But if you enjoy the content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you can stay notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. We cover a broad variety of events and protests impartially in central London, and also a bit of Speaker's Corner most Sundays. So tomorrow we'll be live at Speaker's Corner as well, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoy this live broadcast.
Do you want to head to Trafalgar Square? Should we head back? Let's head back to Trafalgar. Because nothing is happening here. Yeah.
I've really have to stick that bit out there.
Maybe send it to news for this one.
That really backfired in his face. He tried to be cocky and run up in my camera.
What did he say to you?
He's going, oh, hello. And I told him, no one ever said nothing. It's just him. He's going, hello, what's going on here? He's acting like he knew who I was.
Really? Because it must have, maybe he sees your Scott's parade videos. He probably sees your Scott's
He
parade.
didn't know who I was.
Really?
I was like, what's going on here? What are you running up in my camera waiting for? Like a serial killer. Silence of the Lambs.
And did he do the same thing as well?
No, he did that to me. Did you not see it? The bit where the serial killer pretends to smell the woman's muff. He did that bit back to me.
That was classic.
Yes, he did. He did the muff bit. Oh, that's bad. I'll be superior to that.
Let's stand in the middle, I reckon.
You just missed it.
Sorry?
You just missed it.
No, I was covering it. I'm just doing a walk around to see what's going on. Do you want to say a few words to the camera about today and the protests and everything going on at the moment?
Good, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what response would you like to see from Keir Starmer in the wake of everything going on?
Just be a bit more balanced, really, with his views and his policies, really, for everyone, and not to label anyone as far left or far right or anything, because I think that just causes a lot of divisions in society. Because people have their opinions, and there should be no cancel culture, really.
Yeah.
You know, today there was a Bangladesh protest as well against all the minorities being killed in Bangladesh. So, like the Hindus, Christians, Jews.
Yeah.
You know, so there's another protest there. There's this protest which I came to. So, I mean, you know what? People have the right to protest, right? You know, but peacefully.
Definitely.
Okay.
What response would you like to see from the government moving forward?
I'd rather not say anything because I would need some time to articulate it in a diplomatic, political way.
Yeah.
But yeah, ideally balanced view, not too much, restrictions really on expressions. Really, if it's peaceful, let it be. And there's good amount of police here today to protect people either side, either way. Yeah. So as long as it's not violent.
Yeah.
It's peaceful, it's great. Just allow people to be free.
Thank you so much for your time on camera.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Which channel are you
on? Louis Errington.
Louis Errington.
On YouTube. So yeah, we have a live broadcast right now.
Oh, God,
like 200 people watching. Thank you so much. Did really well. Thank you.
Is that where she going?
Yes, it is. I
Have a little. It's largely come to a standstill, I think. Yeah.
I don't really know how to feel when I'm
Okay. I'm going to be ending this live broadcast now. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Louis Arrington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover a broad variety of events and protests impartially in central London. So welcome to the channel if you're new, and if this is your first ever live stream watching my channel. But we'll be live tomorrow at Speaker's Corner, so if you're new or if you're still watching the videos on the channel, hit the bell notification button, as that does help the algorithm, and also hit the like button. But we'll be ending now as it has come to a sudden end, but we'll be looking out for more stuff coming up within the next days, weeks and months, so stay tuned and see you all on the next live stream tomorrow. Thank you once again and take care everyone, and have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye bye everyone.